Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Oh, That's it. You guys, I'm so not together this morning. So when I was thinking, like, what should I do for the coffee and chat this month? I just wasn't really sure, and then it came to me when I sent the email out initially about what the topic was. That is the day that I came up with the topic, and it was that you only get one life. You only get one life, and we hear that all the time. We hear it so much, but I don't think we really understand what that really means. It's one and done. And I always say, anybody who knows me, they will hear me say that, you have to live with no regrets. And I mean that even when you make mistakes, because you can't go back and fix them. Not that you don't care about other people and you just living your life just for you. That is not what I'm meaning. What I'm meaning is when you do make mistakes, when things don't go the way that you anticipated, you can't dwell in yesterday because you can't change it. All you can do is pick yourself up from today. And if it was, say, maybe a mistake you made, brush yourself off and then make a game plan not to make that same mistake again. Or if it's something that happened to you maybe, or just something that didn't have an outcome that you were hoping for, that you don't dwell on that so-called failure or mishap, but instead that you would again, heal from whatever has happened and find a way to move forward so that you don't stay stuck in that mode. And that happens to us a lot. And we waste so many years, I don't even want to say weeks, months, and days, because a lot of times it's years that we stay in this one, particular place, and we just can't seem to get past it. And when we can't get past it, it prevents us from living life to the fullest. And so when I was thinking about we only have one life, and for one, it's so short. This was even before, of course, both these tragic plane crashes happened when I decided on the topic and had sent the email out about the topic. But it even drove the fact home even more when you think about, especially like the figure skaters, they're like young in their careers and they're just, trying to, put the work and put the effort in order to achieve the next level in their figure skating career, or the coaches that were, on the plane helping these young people become their destiny in the ice skating field. And when we get up in the mornings, we don't think about this actually could be the last day. Like, really, I remember um, um, a couple years ago, there was a really bad motorcycle accident, like 3 blocks from our house, and the gentleman was on his motorcycle when someone ran the light, and he ended up passing away. But my point is that when he left that morning, he did not anticipate that morning was going to be his last morning. And so I want us to begin to take life more seriously. Like, what am I doing with my life? Excuse me, not so much like this grand purpose, but in the day to day, am I one growing closer to the Lord? Like, what am I doing in my life to benefit my value, the value that I'm adding to the kingdom, and not so much about myself. Of course, making sure that I'm right with the Lord. So if it is my last day, okay, I'm ready, I'm prepared. Like, I know where I'm going. I'm walking in obedience, and I'm trying to do the things that I feel like the Lord has laid on my heart or has written out in the Word, for me to do. But I know a lot of times, because of the hustle and bustle of life, we're not doing that because we're just tired. It's like there's so many things on the table, and we have to start scaling back and remembering the things that really are most important. So for instance, this week, and I'm sure people who know me have noticed this, but this week, and I think I started Wednesday. I think Wednesday was the day that I officially started, but I put myself on like a phone schedule. And I think I'm going to just do this the rest of my life, because I was thinking about how accessible we are to everybody, just accessible to the world, to our loved ones and everything. But back in the day, where there was just like one landline in the house, if you left the house for the day, you were just gone for the day. There was not even a recording machine. Hey, morning, Sakina. Um, there wasn't even a recorder. So if someone called and you were gone, you just didn't know, and they may call you back later if it was important. But our quality of life was so much different, and I think so much better. So this week, what I've been doing is, for one, I don't even check my phone until 9 o'clock now every day. I don't care. I'm not checking my phone until 9 o'clock. And I only check my phone 3 times a day now. That's it, 3 times a day. And my phone goes dark at 7 now. So if you text me after 7, if you call me after 7, unless it's my children, that's it. Like, you're not going to be able to get through, because I'm trying to go back to a simpler way of life. And I know that, even like in the emails that I send out and stuff, I've been talking about this for the last year, of really valuing the things that are most important, and removing the excess from our lives, and removing the stress level from our lives. And I know it's not just me. I know, many people just have so many people pulling at them from all different, ways, whether it's work, whether it's church, whether it's family, whether it's, things that you've committed yourself to. But you have to go back. We don't have to. But my decision is to go back to the simpler time of life, the simpler way of doing things. And, I would challenge you to do the same thing, because there was a statistic, and I can't remember what it is now. And I wrote it down, but when my daughter called this morning, I left. I don't even have. You see, I wasn't together when I got on, because she just threw me when she called with that news. But it was talking about how much time we spend on our phones, whether it's scrolling, whether it's texting, whether it's talking, whether it's watching YouTube video, whatever it is. Like, we spend an absorbent amount of time on the phone. Um, oh, wait, y'all. He said, that is what I have said for years. If I miss a call, there's always tomorrow. If you call and I'm not home, then I'm just not home. I don't need to be in touch with people all day. Exactly. That's my point. Because, and, you grew up in a time where that really was true, where if you were gone out shopping or out to dinner or out with friends, when you got back home, you wouldn't even know what happened. I mean, you wouldn't even know who called. And then we had that miracle of the answering machine in the 80s, right? So then you knew who called. But then it went from getting home and checking your messages to, remember when remote access to pick up your messages came out, and you could call remotely, and it'd be like, oh, let me check my messages, see who called. That was all like the beginning of this setup. Then it went from that to caller ID. Now I could be selective which calls I take and which calls I don't. And then from that, it moved to where oh no, I forgot beepers. You could page, and you could put 911. You could put 911 in the page if it was important. It's like, oh no, now I gotta find a phone booth. Now I gotta stop what I'm doing. Find a phone booth. Phone booth. Remember those? Find a phone booth to return this call on my pager. When before pagers, it was, I'm gonna check my messages. So it's just been a gradual, transition to this access to our lives, and this feeling that we need to be on call for everybody, when half the time when we're calling somebody, or somebody's calling us or texting us, it's really nothing. Like, my kids be sending me all kind of crazy memes, like, they can wait, or I played phone tag with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and we still haven't caught up yet. And I know part of that is because this new rule that I'm doing of, I'm only using my phone between 9 and 7, and I'm only checking it 3 times a day. You got to get in between those times. You got to get in between those times. And so what I was saying, before I put that comment up, what I was saying was that I challenge you to do some form of limiting the access that people have to you. I promise you, you will have more time to truly live life, and you will be happier. Because I know at times, somebody may, so say my sister is on, so say my sister might text me, and I go to check the text message, right? I really am just going to check the text message. But then somehow that ends up me, I'm checking my emails. Now I done clicked on something. Now, oh, I got a little icon up here from LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever. So now I'm on the scroll. I'm in like scroll mode. And then you look up and you don't spend like 40 minutes doing nothing. And I have noticed also too, since well, for me, I don't know about other people, not my daughter, because she read like nobody's business. But I have noticed that I don't read as much since we've had like all this because I feel like I'm constantly like picking up my phone or I hear an alert and now I'm checking it. But I really want to start back reading more because I miss reading. I value having that time. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Gina's like, yes, you get sucked in. So we have it's a discipline, I think. But what I noticed this week when I did this, when I started this whole not checking my phone until 9, going dark at 7, and checking it 3 times a day, unless it's a special alert that I get from the people that I have on my special alert with a special sound. I'm just not doing it. And I noticed that it wasn't even hard. Like I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. I really, really didn't. And it gave me like the extra time to be at peace, to not worry about what's going on, to just be at peace. And so now also with me not using my phone after 7, what I've also so the other night I really needed to look something up, but instead of it was inconvenient, but instead of getting my phone, I said, let me get my laptop because I don't have any kind of alerts or anything on my laptop. I can go to Google, I can look this up, and then I can close my laptop right back out. Boom, I'm done. That's it. And so now I do have that extra time in the evenings, whether I'm talking to my husband, like uninterrupted, like, sometimes you're talking to people and you pick up your phone. We know it's rude, but we still do it. We still do it. And now, because he pretty much goes to bed kind of early. So now I can say, oh, okay, like I can read. Like I have so many books that I've bought over the last 2 years that I purchased, I should say, I said bought and purchased over the last 2 years. And one I started, but I just haven't even haven't made the time, because we don't have time. We don't have time for nothing. And so for me, I don't know what it is for y'all. For me, it's going to be, you know, getting back into reading and just living life without my phone. Living life. I'm going to lunch with Sakina later today. Just living life without my phone, just enjoying the time and the fellowship and us being able to catch up, without interruptions, without, you know, making her even feel like something else is more important or something else has my attention when I intentionally set time aside so that I can spend time with her and we can talk about the girly things we need to talk about. Why would I be on my phone? So anyway, y'all, that's all I got today. Y'all, it's only been 20 minutes, and I think it's because I'm still kind of shook up from DR calling this morning, and that's like kind of like in the back of my mind. And so I am going to get in the comments and see what you say, Sagina. Yeah, exactly. You miss reading, and then I would even say this: my sister's on here, Sakina's on here. Um, Somebody just dropped off. I don't know who's on here. My mom was on here. I bet no three of you, is that proper English? No three of you have even read my book. And it's got all the good stuff. It's got all, oh, let me remind you guys, in case you didn't get the email, I decided not to do the book club because the response just wasn't there. The response to do the book club was just not there. So maybe I'll try it again. Maybe it's the time of year. Maybe it wasn't enough notice. So I will try to do it again. Maybe late spring, early summer. We'll see. Because I don't want to be doing things just to do it. I want to make sure that I'm doing things that is going to benefit you guys and you feel like you're being benefited and it's something that you really do want to participate in. So I sent an email out earlier this week saying, yeah, I put the comments on you. What'd you say? You started but didn't to. What does that even mean? I started but didn't. Do you mean you started but didn't finish? Is that what you mean? I don't even know. So, anyway, So yeah, so that's what I was saying. So I did cancel the book club. Yeah, I feel like this is so informal today because I'm just so not together. Maybe people after see this video put it to real, then they will have time for the book club. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah. And so I'm not even gonna, keep you guys today, but um in the comments, like if there's anything that you guys want to address today, any concerns today, any comments or questions about this particular, topic of us really just getting back to, living a simpler life, being, being, I guess, like present in life. Because when, I think about it, when my kids were little, I wasn't filming everything they did. I wasn't, taking a picture of every single thing they did. We took our camera for special events. Okay, like they're having a school program. Did you got the camera, or you got the remember the old school camcorder, or a graduation, a birthday party, you know, special occasions like we were going on vacation. Those were the kind of things we took our camera or our camcorder for. But now it's just like we're documenting every single minute. Like, and half the time we even forget the stuff that we done took pictures of or recorded, and it goes into like cloud heaven. And you kind of, some, I feel like, and this is probably why I don't take a whole lot of pictures like I used to, like when we first got real good cameras on our phone. I used to take pictures all the time, especially like when Jordan was little. She was my first grandbaby, but I noticed over the last couple of years, I just don't take a lot of pictures. I don't take a lot of videos. And it's because I really want to be present. I want to be present. Like everything doesn't have to be documented. Sometimes it's just good to have the memory. And the memory will have to suffice. Yeah, my water bottle is in front of my other monitor. Let me move that. That would have made sense. That would have made sense. Because I feel like my though this is a universal message. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sakina, what's your thing? Your picture. What is that? An eye with a is that an eyeball? That is my challenge for you guys today. I know you guys, I'm just all over the place today and super informal, but I still wanted to show up, and I promise you that I'm going to show up even if it's only one person. There's 16 of us that are actually in the coffee and chat club. Um, yes, yes, I will. So I'm hoping that more people will show up live so that we can, really, like, I think the last coffee and chat, it was only, I think, five of us, but we had really good dialogue. Um, I think it was a really good session. So if you missed that, please go back and watch it. It was really, really great information and really great connection with women. Um, okay, so if there is nothing else, you guys, I know this is short today. I would apologize, but I feel like this is all we needed to talk about. So again, I challenge you, set yourself up for success in life, to be able to enjoy life by limiting that screen, that phone, or whatever else in life is distracting you. Whatever else in life is distracting you, put it away. And even with the kids, you guys, like my oldest granddaughter, I be want her to be off her phone, but I'm not her mom, so I can't make her be off her phone. Like when she's here, I can, but when she's out and about, I can't. But even with our children, like we really need to limit this screen time with them because, and I'm sure you all have heard it before, like the people who produce all these social media outlets, like Mark Zuckerberg, like Steve Jobs, like, all the people who are behind the face, the brands, like the guy, I can't think of his name, who does Snapchat. These people do not even let their own kids, have social media. but yet that's how they're making billions off of us. And I think social media is good in moderation, and like we're technically on social media right now. Like I'm streaming through YouTube even though it's private, but so I'm still using a social media platform, but I think we're using it for a good thing, you know. And when we end this, I doubt you guys are going to just be stuck on YouTube all day like and can't get off. So think about like these creators of these products that we're consuming. How are they using them, and how are they allowing their families to use them? And that will tell you right there. And sometimes you have to not be the cool parent. Sometimes you have to be the parent or the grandparent that sucks. But I promise you, they will appreciate it later as they get older because they will have a different understanding of why you're doing what you're doing. Right. Exactly. Yes, the enemy is crouching at the door via the kids' platforms. And it's so true. It's so true. Just think about those things. I love you guys. I hope you will take this to heart. Remember to continue to pray for the families who lost individuals on both flights this week. And that is it. Remember, you guys, let's not put ourselves first in everything. Let's think about the needs of others, the needs of our community, and even like the needs of one another. Let's keep one another lifted up in prayer. Even if you don't know somebody that's on here, just pray for the coffee and chat community in general, like every woman in the coffee and chat community. If we could just keep one another lifted in prayer, because I believe prayer is powerful. So, that for real, that's it. I'm about to get off for real now. But let me know this before we get off. Did you guys get something from this? Was this beneficial? Even though I was all over the place today, was this beneficial? And do you think this is something that you can implement? I'll give you guys a few minutes. Love you, sister. Yes, I love you too. So I guess y'all think y'all can't implement it. Well, I'm gonna pray y'all in a minute. Oh yes, yes. Put the phone down and yes, and live in the moment. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, can do. Yes, can do. So, sister, you could send me those little videos, but you can only send them during your phone time, and I'm only gonna check them during my phone time. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, Sakina. I will see you shortly. All right, that's all I got, y'all. Bye.